What was that?
What was that? Wow.
It's just funny.
Wow, she's so awkward.
It was
She's so
funny. It was funny as hell.
Syntell reaction.
Yo, it's your boy Syntell with the Intel, and I'm here with the Geekish Network. Roll call first, Mr. Johnny Randolph. How you doing over there, champ?
Yo, back in the building, ready to do this with my guys.
That's what I'm talking about. You already know this face for Kai. Tell the people what's going on with you, my guy.
Hello, Governor.
Hey, and coming in like the Black Lion, my man Chuck. Tell the people what's going down.
What it do, people? What it do?
Yes, sir. This is episode 2 of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It has come with some surprises and a lot of conversation. Some people love it, some people hate it. We are still trying to sort that out, and hopefully we'll figure that out in episode 2. Make sure you stay to the very end because we're gonna have a bit of a discussion. You know, chopping it up, if you will, bit of a critique. And I promise you, you're gonna hear some things you won't hear on any other station. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Also, she was longing for somebody, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder who that might have been.
Max.
Her cat.
Max.
Okay.
Ah.
So she's in his room right now.
Mm-hmm.
Madeline.
Madeline.
House with a total stranger.
They
This
is
becoming a
married.
real this
They
becoming a
is
real marriage.
married.
Mhm.
They is married.
Caught.
Just going through your stuff.
Right.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I was meditating.
At least you honest.
Yep.
Do you do that every day?
I used to, before I thought somebody might go through my stuff.
Ah,
Yeah, it's Japanese, right?
Yeah. My dad gave it to me. He was stationed out there for a while.
Dang, on her first try?
Impressive.
I'm gonna go out.
I mean,
and,
she's
I'm
half
gonna get
Japanese,
some
so-
breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like us some basketball and eating watermelon and frying chicken.
Y'all really went there.
wow.
Jesus.
We just all getting our snoop on.
She fell out of the CIA because she had no emotional intelligence.
Yep. Too much
Oh.
gray area.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
That look.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He's like my wife turning up.
It's only weird if you see her picture on it, though. Yeah.
Or she might have left
left
that
it
on
there.
her phone.
She left that on.
I mean, he did tell her that he was gonna go snooping through her stuff.
She gonna see somebody at the door.
Do you have a cat?
Hey, I remember him.
That is really gross. Yeah. No, maybe you should train your dog to not eat shit. Really? I don't know. I think you can train a dog to do a lot of things.
Does this dude ever not play a bad guy? Like, he was the Riddler.
Yeah, he's one of those people.
Yeah.
Outside of my dumb dog, I can't imagine spending that much time with anyone. That's great.
Yeah.
Look, she likes him because he's just like her.
What a bit of an asshole.
Poet. He's poet from the prophet.
It's great. Poet can't be too dumb then, right?
Yeah, I think you're onto something, Rekkai. I feel a little something.
I think right now she feels like she's more compatible to bump uglies with him than
Hi. I don't know. I think he's kind of hot though.
Oh.
mm-hmm.
And he has a dog named after the prophet. Just one of my favorite books.
It's one of everyone's favorite books.
He's right. I'm like, yeah.
You sound jealous.
No, I'm not jealous. It's just, it's weird to have my wife say the neighbor is hot.
Are we still cosplaying or what? Yeah.
To have sex?
No. Well, yeah, part of it.
we gotta consummate this somehow.
Let's talk about it.
Do you?
No, I don't think we should necessarily.
He's like, yeah, give it to me. Give me that nookie cookie.
Nah,
not
he's
saying
trying
we
to find
should.
out
I know.
how
I know.
he gets on that
Great, we're
freaky
agreeing.
porn that she was just looking at.
I
He's like,
agree with
listen,
you. Here, I got you.
I'm trying to be your construction worker. And
The handyman.
Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm.
No sex.
Never.
Sex.
Oh yeah.
She
y'all
said
looking-
never.
Never.
I don't want to have sex now. Like, gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Just because of the pact. But no.
No.
Right? That's what we
No.
agreed.
Yeah.
They're gonna know having sex like right now.
No, so
Just get it out the
think
way.
that
Nice.
I would be actively trying to dent that wine cellar. I'll tell you that much.
hell yes.
Identify high bidder of Warhol's silver car crash. Step 2.
I can't lie. The last mission was a little fun. I'm curious to see what they do with this second mission.
Please follow a few rules. No casualties. Absolutely no witnesses.
Mm.
Those last parts were in all caps. Seems like he's serious about that.
I think their neighbor is their handler.
That would make sense.
Well, I mean, Paul Dano is, you know, he gets some billing that needs to be respected. You know what I mean? So I could see him being more than just a neighbor.
If I go in there, I'll be one of 6 black guys who probably all know each other. I won't be able to move around. This is better. Trust me.
That's actually pretty
He's
smart.
right.
Yeah.
He's right. And she's gonna go in of the exotic flavor. She's gonna be good. She'll be able to go wherever she wants.
Why?
Scoochie.
I like that. I like that.
Mm-hmm. He's right. I'll be one
He's
of
right.
6 black dudes in here.
Mhm.
They all know each other,
And they all know each other.
Mhm.
Yep.
and I won't be able to move. Yep.
What was that?
What was that? Wow.
It's just funny.
Wow,
I don't
she's
know
so
what
awkward.
It was
She's so
funny. It was funny as hell.
We got in. All you gotta do is bid, and I'll keep an eye out for our friend.
Okay, just stay close.
You got me in the comms.
Okay, so how are we supposed to find the highest bidder at a silent auction?
That's crazy.
Sweaty tits, 10 million.
Jesus, please never give me a nickname.
American Psycho, 50 million on the Warhol.
You know, you're natural at this. If the spy stuff doesn't work out, you should consider
I
catering.
think we have a winner.
Wait, what? Who?
Hey! I always forget that
Yeah.
dude's name. John,
John Turturro.
yeah, Turturro. Yeah.
Net worth $15 billion. No spouse, no kids, no current address.
Jesus.
Last listed residence, 411 West 86th Street.
So everything about him says bad guy.
The gorgeous iron detailing on the balcony.
I missed that place. Great views.
I knew you looked familiar. That was your name.
Oh.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do seem familiar.
Familiar.
It's a silent auction, so.
We gotta find a way to get him alone.
Oh.
Oh, he's into the boy.
Uh-huh.
He's into the boy.
Uh-huh.
Pick him up a little
Thank
young
you.
waiter.
What the
Okay.
Yeah, this is just like real life.
He
He
He's
just
about
hit
to
him with
puff
a
that.
I'm not
heavy
his
Yeah.
type.
Yeah.
You his
About to puff.
type.
That's what it is. Yup.
Would you be willing to sell it for?
No. Now, if you excuse me.
I think you should let me try.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Let John try.
How about you and I go somewhere private and we pay one of the cater waiters to do whatever we want?
Who would that be?
Yeah. Let's get him out.
And he's like, I'm gonna give me. I'm gonna get some black pea BBC.
You know what? He's probably gonna make them mess around. He probably gonna make John and Jane mess around.
What do you want me
When
to
he
do?
get into some
Yeah,
freaky
see?
stuff.
Get on your knees.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
wow,
about to
bro.
go down. Yeah. He's not
be like,
subtle.
listen.
He got $15 billion. He ain't subtle about nothing.
Nothing.
And he
Nothing.
ain't try to waste time. He ain't got to beat around the
Exactly.
bush. I be looking at old girl real tough. I was like, listen, as soon as he step in front of me, if he unzip his pants, you stick his ass like you stick him immediately.
Put your faces closer. Get on all fours.
Oh shit! That's wild.
Dog, we just started.
No,
Yeah,
that's
$15 billion.
Open your mouths.
This is
Stick out your tongue.
Open your mouth, stick out your tongues. He just has people do this. He
Yeah.
pays for people to do this.
Yes.
Like
He
I
pays
buy
for
them and I own them.
Two dogs meeting at the park for the first time.
You got two dogs meeting apart. Which means he wants to take her from the back.
Be
You know what I'm
serious.
saying? They got
They both
the
giggling.
two dogs. They just met. They got sniff asses. You got sniff some ass.
Like he wants to get involved.
I hope y'all took a good
Yeah.
shower.
Now kiss. Still as dogs.
They rub noses.
As dog?
Yeah. And you
how
kiss
they
as a
kiss.
dog, you
Yeah,
rub
yeah.
noses.
Right, you rub your nose.
Lady and the Tramp going on right now.
Yeah.
Again.
And
Look at him.
look at him.
He-
He's
yeah,
about to
he's
he's about to
excited.
rub
He about
one
to-
out right
he
now.
about to
Yeah,
rub one
real
out.
quick. Right, yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, he's
Here
sniffing
he
around
come.
too.
He sniffing
Oh yeah, he
now.
get ready to go right to Donald Glover's ass.
He's like, yo, stick him.
Look.
He's like,
And
stick him.
Donald Glover know that's where he's going.
Oh, the double?
Oh shit.
Oh, he gonna die.
Oh shit.
Oh, he gonna die.
Oh shit. They done fucked up the first
Why
mission.
you-
Oh shit.
But it's the second one.
Looking at me like
Mhm.
I'm a big giant.
What?
Donald just got nervous because he was going
Okay.
for, you know.
Here's what it was. He about to get
I'm a little-
plugged.
Yeah,
Like,
Donald was
Puff
about
Daddy.
to get pegged.
Don't.
Right, he's about to get pegged, so.
I think I'm hard.
See?
He
And
said
he's
that
still
so matter of
excited.
Just listen until he gives us something valuable.
No. I said record everything.
So is it like a truth serum they gave him?
Yeah, they give him a truth serum.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but they weren't supposed to give him more than one.
Yeah, he does.
He OD'd on him. I don't know if it's lethal or not, but yeah. There's got to be some consequences.
Oh, he about to make a fool out of himself.
Mr. Shane.
Oh, he got the mic now.
The amount of illegitimate money I have, billions and billions of illegal dollars. I don't feel bad about it at all.
Oh,
Legitimate
shit.
bill.
Richard knows about the islands. He's here somewhere, and Philip Bronstein
What they do is said no witnesses.
Wow.
They're gonna take out the whole room.
uses the other island, not for embezzlement, for sex.
Oh, no.
Sex trade.
Mr.
Oh,
Shit. Somebody go.
Oh,
Just
Bo.
record it.
Bo finds me funny. You can always count on Bo for a laugh.
Like
You can always
everybody's
count on him
recording
to
this.
leave photos of his dick taped under the newest intern's desk.
Oh shit.
He chooses to stop. His mistreatment of you has only made you intrigue me more.
Oh.
Your sadness.
he is in here.
Wow.
Mr. Shane is clearly not feeling well.
It was scary.
Oh, please don't film any of this.
Yeah.
No, don't film anything. Please stop filming. Is there a doctor
Look.
in the house?
All the wait staff is like, yes.
Right.
He's in there going through his full Cat Williams moment.
It's okay. I got him. Come on. Let's go. I was with this man as a doll. He's a liar.
I make funny things.
You have nice shoulders.
They left his jacket.
He did.
No, y'all can't take him to the hospital.
See? This is why we should have made a plan and stuck to it.
The plan was to follow your lead. That got us here. Eric, stay with us.
Hey,
Eric.
Why is
Eric.
it taking so long? Hit him with the pen.
Gone.
Hit him with the pen.
Who takes care of a dead body?
We do.
There's no way they give us a John Turturro episode and they
One and
canceled it.
done.
One and done. That's what they could pay for on the budget.
We bury him in the garden.
Bury him in the garden
Yeah.
with nosy neighbors.
Billionaire dog.
Composter.
Somebody's coming looking
Yeah.
for this guy.
Because
Billionaire? Yes.
He's worth $15 billion.
I mean, you know, typically in these kind of films, they chop off hands and feet, pull out teeth, chop up the body, throw it in luggage.
That body's gonna smell, guys.
Oh,
Just
God,
give
real
y'all head.
fast. Yeah.
You break the legs and
And
I'll
he
break
would have
the
been
arms.
back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And they fill it up with ice cold water.
But I don't think it's gonna stink for at least another day, right? It takes like a while. This is gonna be gross.
1, 2,
3.
Oh! Don't do that. Oh!
I feel him.
I'd have been the same way. There's no way I could do that to a human body.
No way. None. Zero. Okay. They put him in the furnace.
2, 3.
Oh, that's for the composting, right?
Yep.
My mom never let me watch like violent stuff when I was a kid, so this kind of thing kind of relaxes me.
That's funny because Donald Glover really lived that life. He couldn't watch violent stuff at all as a kid.
That's surprising.
I think he was a Jehovah's Witness, I think, maybe. Y'all let me know in the chat if that's right. I think that's what it was.
Was it?
I don't know. It's just thought you might be into that kind of thing.
Is G.I. Joe and Transformers considered violent?
No, they always eject, remember?
Yeah, nobody got killed.
You snooped on my
You
computer.
asshole.
You're sick.
You're
sick.
I'm
that
sick? You set up a trap for me?
Yeah, but
I told you she did that.
actually into cannibal porn.
Yeah.
I caught you. You were
didn't
spying on me.
you
Oh, yes,
trapped
I
me.
did.
Cannibal porn.
You're so fucked up. You know, you're fucked up.
You know that shit's hot.
You know, they had to redub Mammy Two Shoes because it was so racist in the original cartoon.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
What's Mammy Two Shoes?
The original Tom and Jerry.
The one in the slippers is like,
Thomas!
you know, now it's a white woman that's just like, you darn cat. So they dubbed it with a white woman.
What's the original voice sound like?
Oh, she better do it.
She was just like, oh, Jasper, you get out. And when I say out, I mean, oh, you two.
Yeah. That's about right. That is right.
Yep.
He's playing
I think it's funny. Yeah,
Oh,
I
look.
think it's funny.
That was to get her back for that cannibal porn that she left on her.
In Atlanta.
What a shitty day.
It's when it all goes off the rails.
Do you want to kiss me? Not as dogs this time, just actually.
Sure.
I'm saying y'all might as well just get it out the way.
Yeah, man, they married. They's married.
No, but I was thinking about what dude was saying. You know what I'm saying about and you know that he was married to somebody that he didn't even like. Gonna get it on to Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry in the background.
Not thinking about cannibal porn.
Or marrying a billionaire.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. Wow. That's interesting. Another one from Hero again, another director from Hero.
Yep.
I wonder if he's gonna direct this entire project. Which isn't a bad thing. I like Hero style. But all right, so that's episode 2 in the books. This one was called Second Date. As compared to the first one, I know in our episode 1, it was just Johnny and Rekkai, and we have the pleasure of having Charles in here before. Let me ask just the two of you two first, Johnny and Rekkai. How are you feeling in regards to the first episode that we watched with episode 2? We'll start with you, Johnny.
I think it is in line with what we saw with episode 1.
Okay.
I think the first episode was an attempt to establish what the series was and to differentiate it from the predecessor, the Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt one. And so now we are entrenched in this world. And I feel like what they're saying is We tried to tell you this is going to be something different. If you want to rock with it, you can rock with it. If you don't, you don't. But this is what we are. And this is what we're going to have for, I think, the remaining episodes for the season.
Okay. All right, Rekkai, how are you feeling about it, right, as compared to the first episode?
I don't know. I think I actually liked this episode better than the last episode. It involved them getting their hands dirty a little bit. Them delivering a cake bomb that they didn't know was a bomb, and they definitely didn't know it was a damn cake to the place. Whatever in the first episode was kind of anticlimactic.
Okay.
But this one, they knew exactly what they had to do. You know, they were given the very specific parameters. You know, you go in, you gotta get this guy, he's a billionaire. You know, no casualties, no witnesses or whatever. The stakes was high. And not only that, they failed the mission. Hell, they only passed the mission by happenstance the first time. This time they failed the mission. I don't know. I like this episode better than the first episode. And now I'm a little bit more intrigued, especially by how it ended with that text that came through. So
okay.
This is a nice start in the right direction. Hell, they could have started with this or something that had them more directly involved off top, but it is what it is.
Okay. All right. Charles is new to this series with episode 2. You weren't here for episode 1. And there was a general consensus of exactly kind of like what Johnny Randolph was saying regarding this is going to be a departure from the original content. But we never did get your opinion. You've already seen the first episode. Let's start off by saying, how did you feel about the first episode? And then close that thought out with how do you feel about the second episode as compared to the first?
For the first episode, I love the first episode. It's a psychological series, and it's like they chose them and paired them together because they are somewhat different. They can feed off each other. In the first episode, you saw that where he was very, very much spontaneous on the spur of the moment, and she's about following the plan, delivering the plan. She's type A. Like in her interview, she said, I'm type A. I guess I am type A. And for him, he's like, you improvise every step of the way. And they paired them together. And when the series opened up, you saw the first Mr. and Miss Smith, and they got killed. And you know they must have failed 3 times. And she's like, I'm just tired of running. And so this is like, okay, so that personality happened to be there. So I was really intrigued about how he behaved when they switched the boxes, how the old woman realized the box was lighter. And I wonder if she's part of the company, or is she just an actual bystander, just picked up a cake to deliver a cake. Okay. It was her job to deliver the cake. I found it interesting that she wanted to stay and drink with the couple, and he was like, no, let's go. And they didn't know why. Then the explosion happened like 30 seconds after they got outside. So I thought, well, I wonder if the cake was on a timer, or was it when it opened, or how it blew up? What was the basis behind that? What made it happen? And that's when it got real for me. And I was like, wow, this really got real. That they don't know what's going to happen when they're on the mission. They have no understanding what happens in the purpose of these missions.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about this second episode as compared to the first, and just your overall feel of the series so far.
This episode, I liked it as well because they're going to a silent auction. I found that very peculiar. You tell them to look for the highest bidder for this one painting, but the auction is silent. So they had to think about how can you actually find out who that person is. Where Donald Glover is very, very much, he's observant. He's always the more observant one, if you noticed. And she's not. She went in the bathroom and put the needle in her garter belt and didn't think about locking the door, checking to see if the bathroom was empty or anything. And he was the guy that's like, I'm going to go in as a waiter. I'm going to scuff these shoes up and go in as a waiter. And he knew the waiters had on black tuxes. And he gave her his jacket. He says, don't leave my jacket. This is because it's Gucci.
Which was a dope decision for him to make on the spot. I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
like, he was like, "There's gonna be one of 6 people. You know, I'm gonna be 6 people in here, black people, and they're all gonna know each other. So I'm gonna stick out." I thought that was a cool audible at the line of scrimmage. That was dope.
Yeah, he improvises. He's very much improvising. You can see that in his practices. Like the first episode, he was practicing yoga. Second episode, he was meditating. the cat Max, for example, he said we're gonna name him Samuel because cats deserve regal names. She said we can compromise on everything but this cat. And he realized it was her cat the whole entire time. He goes, "That's your cat," and she didn't tell him that. That's a hard secret to have, because he's like, "Oh, there's a cat here." She's like, "Yeah," and she didn't explain where the cat came from. So these are two total strangers trying to get to know each other. And I'm surprised they didn't have sex after the bomb blew up. Like, look,
I felt like she owed him a little bit. Like, at least a tug job or something. Like, I literally just saved you, right?
My man said, "Let me just put the tip in."
Right, that's it, right. Tip something.
Hey, listen. All right, this is gonna be a bit of a free for all. Whatever it is that's on your mind, or whatever it is that caught your fancy on this particular episode of the series as a whole. But let's try and keep those comments relatively short. Whoever wants to grab the mic, go for it.
I think it was interesting that they ended up having sex and that she initiated it, because it couldn't have possibly been from the experience of pretending to be dogs. But I think that this particular instance, kind of like the first episode, kind of drew them closer together, inexplicably. But then not only that, if you think about the sex itself, wasn't sexy. It wasn't like, your Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. It was more carnal in nature, like them just feeling a base instinct. Yes, we realized, like the billionaire, we are lonely. We need someone else to kind of connect with just for a moment, with, the warmth of someone else being there, being close to us. But that seems about it. It doesn't seem like they're going to get up in the morning and make each other breakfast or no shit like that. So.
Okay. All right.
I'm interested in the text message. It says you got 2 more. So I want to know, are we going to get those 2 fails in this season? Or are they looking in like season? Does it end with the last episode and we get the 2 fails and that's where things pick up? So I'm looking to see how that plot line is brought to fruition. And if we're going to get some more action, I'd like to see some more action. I want to see things pick up a little bit more. Okay. I know it's psychological. I know it's world building, but I'd like to see some more action.
Yeah. I was thinking of how this season is going to end too, because there are 2 more fails, and I wonder if they're going to do something like they kill this cast off and start a new cast for the next season, another Mr. and Miss Smith.
Okay, yeah, you jumped way into the future. Okay, that's interesting.
So, like for example, they fail twice and they ride this thing out, and at the very end they die.
Nat, you just kind of made this series as a whole a little bit more interesting with that thought. That is interesting. One of the things that I do like is that now that we saw, John Turturro come in here and exit just as quickly, I do like the idea that anybody can get it. I love always feeling that, because it adds like that the stakes, right? It's all about the stakes, and if the stakes are high, then it's going to keep me interested. And the casting just in general, we had Paul Dano, who was the guy that we were talking about over and over again, who always plays the bad guy, who is cast as their neighbor. He's very interesting. Now that I've seen John Turturro catch that L, Paul could catch it too. So I'm wondering what they're going to do. I'm wondering how much higher their stakes are going to be, and if our John and Jane are going to measure up and come together, because right now they're still not necessarily on the same page. Oh, Johnny,
I don't know. I think it's
okay.
I think it's interesting, based on what Chuck said a minute ago, that it's an interesting proposal, but I don't know how that would work. Because if we're going practical, judging at where the critics are and the audience is on this, they're not together. This is not a runaway hit, but it's also not a failure at this point. The audience score is coming up, so the audience is getting a little bit more into it and maybe wrapping their head around the thought that there's no more Brad and Angelina. Let that go. But if the audience really does come around and gets to like, okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Donald Glover and Maya Erskine, like, all right, let's go. And then you kill them off at the end of season 1. It's like, wait,
beautiful.
What the hell? Like,
beautiful.
Yeah, but
that's how you do it. Kill them off at the end of season 1. Yeah.
but that's also how stuff gets canceled. just on a premise of it took this long to build in this rapport with the audience for them to like them, and we killed them off. Who's to say we might absolutely hate season 2's new protagonists? You know, I mean, it just, I don't know. It's a risky proposition, especially in this day where second season is not even guaranteed on hit properties or properties where they seem like they knocked it out of the park and got everything right. Stuff gets canceled. So I don't know.
But it is Donald's project, and Amazon cut him $1 billion check to make his projects. They gave him $1 billion to spend. So,
but I wonder if that is that like an NBA contract or is that an NFL contract? Like, do you have to have these?
It's an NFL contract.
NFL. Yeah, it feels like it's like an NFL contract, right? It's like, yeah, it is $1 billion, but you know, we're gonna need some stuff from you. Yeah,
right. And that's why he did an hour every episode for what 8 episodes. He's spending all the money. He didn't put his boy on the staff, the payroll, he directing all of it. He's spending all the money up front.
But I could see him saying, "Hey, we're gonna pass this on to another. I'm gonna continue to write it. Me and Steven continually write it, but we're gonna pass it on to a new cast."
All a True Detective, right?
True Detective,
those
exactly.
Types of things. Yeah. So it could potentially.
Well, let me ask y'all what I think is probably one of the more important questions. Do we like these characters? Do we like John and Jane?
No. I mean, I enjoyed looking at Isa in the first episode, but no, no, I don't. I won't say I like these two characters per se. They haven't done anything likable. I know them as much as they know each other. They haven't done anything.
I have to agree. I don't know. I'm okay with them, but to say that I like them, I don't know anything about them. Hell, they're super guarded, and I don't really care. Like, if one of them were to be injured or killed right now, I'm not sure that I would care.
Johnny.
Yeah, I don't differ much from what Rekkai and Chuck said. I don't know. I don't know if I like them or not. That's interesting, right? 2 episodes in, and we don't know if we like them or not.
That part.
But the question is, are we supposed to even like them?
But we should have a feeling about them, right? We should say we like them or don't like them. I don't know.
Maybe not. They're John and Jane Does, you know. And any John Doe in your life, you're totally indifferent to them. And maybe that's what they're supposed to be to the general public, which is us. We're indifferent to them, but to each other, they actually get to know each other. We're seeing a side of them that nobody else gets to see, besides their nosy ass neighbor.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
I think that's a good.
I instantly didn't like him. I instantly didn't like the neighbor.
But he's a wasp.
He gonna hit. The hot neighbor is going to. I'm only calling him a hot neighbor because that's how it's listed on IMDb. Slow down. I think he's gonna smash, man. I think it's gonna cause some problems. That's what I'm kind of hoping. We'll see if that kind of pans out. I think that's a good place to kind of close this out. We're gonna go ahead and have like a quick closing thought, and of course drop your socials so that everybody can get in contact with you. And for everybody that's been leaving comments, thank you so much. And if you've been enjoying the conversation just in general, go ahead and be a friend of the channel, hit that subscription button, and of course give us that thumbs up, because that's how the people know you're digging what we're giving you. Johnny Randolph, let's start off with you, man. Closing quick thoughts, and of course, let the people know how they can get in contact with you.
Episode 3, I think, is important to establish some of the questions that we just talked about. Are we supposed to like them? Are we not supposed to like them? Where we're going to go? So I think episode 3 is going to be really important to the overall success of the series. Follow me at Johnny L. Randolph across all social media, Facebook. That's where I'm at most active. So follow me there. I love to connect with you guys.
All right, Rekkai, what you feeling? Drop them socials.
I have to agree completely with Mr. Randolph's sentiments. I think, at this point now, I've already given 2 hours of my life to this. I'm not absolutely sold yet. A little bit more in on episode 2 than I was on episode 1, but not absolutely sold. Episode 3 would be real important. It's the make or break on whether I continue, to stick this thing out if I was a normal viewer. You can find me on all social media at Diamond Mind, DIAMONDMYND, because it's all about this right here.
Thank you so much for that, Chuck, man. Give me those closing thoughts. Give me those socials. And of course, at the very end, give a bit of a plug for the Geekish Network.
Okay. My thoughts. I come to Donald for something different. So the next episode, if it's the same as this, I wouldn't be surprised. It could be this way to episode 5 or 6 for me, because I don't go to him for traditional television. I've never been, every project he's been in that I've seen him in has been somewhat different, from Community to Atlanta to Swarm, and now this. And even Guava Island is something slightly different. And I expect him to break all the rules of traditional television and keep like a few things that we think is traditional television, but slightly twist them up a little bit. I just want to see where it goes. You know, it's a different type of storytelling, and I'm excited for that. I don't expect traditional Western storytelling out of Donald, fully traditional Western storytelling. It could have an anime middle in the middle. They give us a red wedding and kill off everybody, and it started all over there. And I'll be like, I'm cool with that. That makes sense. That's Donald. I expect that. My socials are Charles Babb at everything, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can just find me BABBB. And about the Geekish Network, it's the premier Black Indigenous People of Color network for geek news, geek shows, everything geek. If you're really geeky and you have some melanin in your body, or you just like hanging around people with melanin in their body, come to the Geekish Network. We have shows like Geek Beast, Pod Squadron, and we have Binge Worthy, where we will be reviewing this show in particular. So definitely come check us out at the Geekish Network on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch, and Facebook.
All right. Hey, thank you so much. You brought up one quick thing, I guess, for my last quick little closeout. You brought something that I thought was interesting, and you brought up Swarm. And I do remember the sentiment when Swarm first dropped, it had a lot of mixed reviews, and this seems like it's kind of heading in that same direction. Hey, thank you guys for your time. I will holler at you all in the comments, and see you for episode 3. All right, y'all.